Right now, there's a lot going on with Iran and oil supply.
Iran.
Crude oil has reached heights not seen since 2022. The effects of the Iran war can be felt by consumers around the globe.
A full-size truck and it costs me $100 to fill my tank.
It affects me from doing other things I need to do. I mean, it may take away from me buying groceries.
For American drivers, the cost of the war is already showing up at the pump.
Think about farmers and how that could increase produce and things at the grocery store.
Gas prices have increased about 17% since the war started, but you don't have to drive a car to be affected.
Adding to a lot of transportation costs, a lot of shipping costs, but they also seep into other costs in the economy. These are the multipliers to get to a much more broad-based increase in prices that go beyond what we see at the gas pump and showing up in things like the grocery store as well.
And the people in Asia really want to know if gas prices are about to go up. Let me break this down because a lot of news coverage make this way more difficult than it needs to be. A huge portion of the world's oil supply comes from the Middle East. I'm talking countries like Iraq, Iran, Saudi Arabia. These are the regions that power a significant chunk of the global energy supply. When supply gets disrupted, prices goes up. That's basic economics. Less supply, same demand, higher price. Now here's where it gets interesting for us, because a lot of people think it's a Western problem, but it's not. Asia is actually one of the largest consumers of the Middle East oil in the world. And China coming in at #1 as one of the biggest economies in that region. They import massive amount of oil from the Middle East. We're talking about a country of about 1.4 billion people that needs energy for manufacturing, transportation, heating, and more. Countries like Thailand, Malaysia, Vietnam, Philippines are all dependent on that oil supply. They don't have the production to cover their own needs, so they rely on the global market. So when there is tension in the Middle East, especially Iran, it trickles down all the way to Southeast Asia. You feel it in fuel prices, you feel it in transportation, and soon you'll feel it everywhere. Living here in Asia made me realize something that I didn't fully appreciate back at home, that the world is way more connected than we really think it is. In a region where most people probably would never visit, can show up in everyday life really fast. I'm talking about the price of a Grab, the price of groceries, the electricity bill, hell, even running a business. And where oil goes up globally, Asia does not get a pass. Vendors are raising the prices, delivery apps adjusting the fee, and people here are being careful about how they move around. And it made me realize that gas prices aren't just something that's on the sign. It's the global economic nervous system. But here's what really gets me. Beyond the economic, beyond the charts, there are real people on both sides of this conflict. And every time I see footage of what's going on in these conflict zones, it breaks my heart. I think about the families, I think about the children that has nothing to do with this, and they're just trying to survive. And honestly, it's disheartening. Religion, politics, these things divide people at the leadership level. But on the ground, most humans just want the same things. The food, a future for their children. Look, I don't know exactly how the situation in the Middle East is gonna unfold, and nobody really does. But what I do know is that the ripple effects are real. They travel fast, and the people in Asia are really paying close attention. My prayer is that things de-escalate fast, because when conflict happens all over the world, the cost gets paid everywhere. At the pump, at the grocery store, and people's lives that they never asked for. And if you found this video useful, please drop a comment, because I would love to know where you're located and what you have been experiencing. Are you seeing price rise? Are you seeing more people talk about it? And if you're new here, welcome. And I'll see you in the next one.